This is a pick a card reading for the week ahead. You can pick pile 1, 2, or 3. Make your selection now. Okay. Pile number 1. What is your week ahead going to be like? My new cards. Week ahead for pile number 1. So we have the 8 of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the 4 of Anthems. Let's move this up just a little bit. See if we can't get a couple more. Give us a couple of more, please. Pile number 1, your week ahead. 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 Oh, here we go. Okay. So, we have the 8 of Wands. What it's looking to me is at the beginning of the week, you think it's not going to turn out that great. You've got it set up where you think everything's going to turn out wonderfully, but you don't think it's going to work out. Now, this could be a business project that you're doing where you're starting to work on it and you think, this is not going to work. This is going to turn out crappy. I don't like the way it's going. But you set it up anyways, thinking that it's going to fail. Then what ends up happening is that you test out how the project's going to work, and you ask a few people at work, well, what do you think of this? Is this going to work? And they start saying to you, yes, it is. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So you go into it thinking, okay, maybe I feel better about this situation than I did from before because it looks as if it's going to work out for me. It's going to work in my favor. So you decide, yeah, okay, I'll go ahead with it. It's not what I thought it was going to be when I first started it out. But now you know you've mentioned it to a few people. They're saying it's wonderful. They think you're going to do really good in it. And then you see how it's starting to come into play, and how everything is starting to move ahead, and how things seem like they're turning out exactly the way that they were supposed to. You actually think it's turning out better than you initially thought. The week started off really bad for you, where you had a lot of plans for this week and you didn't think they were going to turn out right, and you mentioned it to everybody, and then everybody says, don't worry about it, it's going to happen. You start seeing things coming together. You start seeing how this could actually work out for you, how your plans are actually turning out. You feel as though you set off on the right foot, even though you didn't trust yourself. You actually made plans that were actually working in your favor. So you started off the week doubting yourself, thinking that whatever plans that you made for the week weren't going to work out, but you figured if you didn't have plans, you knew it wasn't going to work out anyways. So you ended up thinking it wasn't going to work out, but if you did make plans, you knew it wasn't going to work out. And then, you know, you mention it to people, and people are like, yeah, I think that will work out. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. You start seeing how your plans started coming into play and how everything started working. It boosted your confidence up. You got the Ace of Wands. It started making you feel like you won the race, that the plans that you made weren't so bad after all, and that it's turning out to be a pretty good week for you. Towards the end of the week, you feel like you can finally relax, sit down. You can finally relax, sit down, dream, and you can relax because you know that the plans you made at the beginning of the week have started to come out the way that you thought they were going to come out. It almost makes you feel like it's a victory. You're so glad you did make plans that you don't even understand why you were so worried in the first place about how the week was going to turn out for you, because all in all, it's turned out pretty good. It hasn't been like last week, because last week was terrible for you. But now you're able to move ahead, and you're able to really enjoy this week. This week has been a very good week for you. And you're able to do everything in the week that you plan to do, and it's come into fruition for you, and you've been able to do exactly what you set out to do, even knowing that your plans weren't going to work out. They actually did work out. So at the end of the week, you and your friends are going to get together and you're going to celebrate how you had a really good week and how wonderful it was. And that you've never had a week quite like this before, where everything just seemed to fall into place. Now I'm going to do some clarifiers to find out what kind of things are going to fall in place for you. Could it be a new job that you've been hoping for? Could it be plans for a vacation coming up? Could it be that something that you've been working on at work turns out to be good, and that's why you have a good week? Could it just be the plans that you made at the beginning of the week that have been able to hold you through for the whole entire week? What are the things that made this week so good for you? This week has actually been better than the last week was for you, because last week you didn't know even if you were going to have a job by the end of the week, for some of you, or if you were going to be living in the same place you're living right now. There is a small group of you that will be moving or deciding to move by the end of this week. It has something to do with a move per se. Now, it could be a move of office space. It could be a move of office buildings. It could be a change in family. There's some kind of move for you. Okay, that's enough clarifiers. So what we have here, we have the Page of Earth, and you have good news about a financial matter. So some of you are going to be coming into a job, a new area of study. Some kind of success is going to open up for you. We have the Knight of Fire. There's going to be, for some of you, there's going to be an event that needs immediate attention, and you're going to plan it all out, and everything's going to work out the exact way that you thought it was going to work out. Even if at the beginning you didn't think it was going to work out that way, it does end up working out because you think things through, and it did work out for you. For some others of you, you're going to have events that are going to be moving at a fast pace, and many things are going to happen at once. You're going to be doing a lot of multitasking. But like we've seen in the other card, where the guy is relaxing on the fields. That looks like at the end of the day, hard day that you've had, you're able to relax, which means that I think all the delays and all the multitasking you've been doing, you were able to get them all through, and you were able to manage every single one of them one at a time, so that it gave you enough time that you were able to relax after the hard day. Now this is a hidden one, because sometimes they come out like this. We have the Star, which is sometimes an Aquarius card. It says happy times, and you're on the right path to long-term plans. So this has been long-term for you. You've been deciding to do this for a very, very long time, and your plans are starting to come through. For some of you, you're going to have a career advancement. You're going to have new opportunities. There's going to be a change in your life. Just like I said, you know, there's some of you that will be moving, or there'll be a change, a movement of some sort. A career advancement is still a move, moving buildings, moving positions. Another hidden one. Some of you are going to have somebody that's going to reach out from you from the past, or you're going to have memories about when you were younger. So you might even be thinking about moving back home and making plans to do that, and you find by the end of the week that these plans are going to go through for you. And some of you, for card number 1, are going to have some kind of an aha moment where you're going to think, oh, halfway through the middle of the week, you're going to think, oh my God, that's right. Oh, I never thought of that before, but now that makes a lot of sense. And it's going to send you on a different path than what you've been going down. And it's time that this is happening. It's time that you moved on. It's time that you took the next step. Okay. Let's do a little bit more clarifiers. So what exactly is going to happen for this week for some of the readers? For some of the people that are watching, give me one more card, one more card, one more card, one more card, see what's going to happen. One more, come on, one more, just give me one more card. One more card, one more card. Let's see. Oh, we got a couple there. Okay. Here we go. So for the first card, somebody has an unresolved issue that's been gnawing away at them that they're going to actually figure out, and before the end of the week is over, they're going to clarify that, and the unresolved issue will come to a header, and you'll realize either way, you're going to get something out of it either way. Someone's going to reflect on the week and say, you didn't have such a bad week, it's better than the week before, and you're going to be able to go to the next week. Somebody is going to be healing from, they're just going to be healing from something that has happened in weeks before this week. And what I'm getting from this, it's a couple of people. Some people are sick, and they're going to be healing. Some people are going to be healing from an emotional thing that happened to them, from a divorce is what they're saying to me. Somebody lost a pet recently, and they're going to be healing from that. And someone's going to be healing from an argument they had with their better half, as I like to say. Yeah, someone's moving. It just goes back to the other cards that we had here, that somebody's expansion, changing buildings, getting a new career, advancing. There's going to be a celebration. Some of you will be celebrating this week, at the end of this week, because it's been such a good week for you that you feel like your luck is changing, because all the other weeks leading up to this one have been really hard on you and you didn't know where you stood or where you were going to go. But this week is going to be one of those weeks that is going to make you feel like what you're doing is the right things that you're doing. Yeah, harvest is the same card as celebration. You worked very hard this week, and therefore you are going to celebrate your victory that you had this week. Some of you are going to have a bit of karma that's going to hit you at the end of the week. So you're going to have a pretty good week, but you're going to have karma that hits you at the end of the week. Good or bad, you're supposed to have this karma happen to you. It's a weird way of clearing up things that have happened in the previous weeks. And the other one is transformation, and that's the last card that we have. So it looks to me as if you've had a pretty good week. If you like your reading, click the like button, subscribe to me, and on to reading number 2. Reading number 2 with the peppermints. Let's see what is going to happen to you this week. This is for my pile number 2, reading number 2, peppermint. There's one. There's 2. So the first one is the Knight of Swords. Second one is Page of Swords. Third one is Four of Pentacles. Looks pretty good so far. Oh, these two showed their faces. And that's the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Let's give you one more. Let's just have one more. Oh, there we go. And the Hermit. Hey, from looking at these cards, sorry, I've been doing readings all day today, so my throat is a bit dry because not only do I do them online, I do them in my own home. There we go, so you can all see them. Okay, I got the Knight of Swords, and it looks like to me that you head off with this week really, really strong. You're in full battle mode. This battle mode started last week, where you found out that something happened towards the end of last week that has put you into battle mode, that has put you into a better position, because at the beginning of last week you were very depressed, you were very low, you were very blue, you weren't feeling too happy about the way things are going. Towards the end of the week, there was an event that happened. I don't know if it was the start of a new job, it was money that came in that you weren't expecting, or it could have been just that guy that you like actually said hello to you. But to you, whatever it was, it felt like a victory. So you start off this week very, very strong. And it seems like everything during the week is working out in your favor. I can almost feel like there is a promotion coming, where you're going to start making plans for your future wealth. You're going to start picking the fruit off the trees. It's now in your reach, whereas before it wasn't. That it seems like there's something out there, business venture that has turned in your favor, a decision that was made by either a bank or somebody that's invested in money that has come true for you. So the beginning of the week started off with you rushing into it. Everything seemed to be working out just fine. You were thrilled to death. You know, a little into the week, you're starting to feel like, you know, you got a promotion or there is something happening or an opportunity that has come your way that is going to make it a lot easier for you, and you just feel like a kid in a candy shop. You're just so thrilled to death that you're actually starting to make a list of the things you're going to buy, and I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy this. You feel like you're at the top of your game, which goes into the Four of Pentacles. You are collecting everything. You're collecting all the stuff that you've ever wanted. I don't know if you are big into shopping, because this almost makes me feel like you're somebody that loves to shop, and you go to the mall, and it just happens to be that everything that you have on your list, you're able to get. That you're really happy about being able to go back to where the swing of things for you. You're able to start picking up and starting off where you feel that you left. That you feel like things are almost coming back to normal for you. However, some of you start off the week really, really good, and you've gotten a raise or something fabulous has happened. You're able to spend a bit more money. Sorry, if you hear barking, I have 3 dogs, and they love to be around me when I do readings, so sometimes you'll hear a bark. Try to ignore them if you can. I know it's hard, but they're my dogs, and they stay. Anyway, so at the end of the week, things don't turn out the right way for you. And now we have a thunderstorm, so the dogs are probably going to be barking more. Towards the end of the week, things don't turn out the way that you thought. You thought at the beginning of the week, everything turned out fine. I think what this is it's a snag. You know, you're getting shown a new area in your job, or you're showing something new, and you don't think you could handle it, or you don't understand it, or you don't aren't able to complete a task the way that you want to, because you put a lot more stress on yourself than what needs to have stress on. So by the end of the week, you may feel that you have done a crappy job because it's a new job or it's a new experience that comes up, where you thought, okay, I'm going to be counting all my money, I'm going to be going to the mall, I'm going to be spending it on this, 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 and this. Something comes up. It's either a delay, or it's something hard, or it's something you've never done before. But instead of just running the other way, which you were so used to doing, and then what ends up happening is you start getting depressed, and you start getting sad again, and wishing for all the wonderful things that you had before. And then when they do start to come your way, then you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. You can handle it. It's just a snag. It's just a snag. It's just, you know, you think worse of the situation than what the situation is. If you can get over the fact that you think it's worse than what it is, and you realize it's just a snag to keep on going with this new thing that comes this week, this new thing, it's, you know, it's not what you think it is. You think that it sounded too good to be true, and now you have evidence proving that it's too good to be true. If you listen to that talk, you won't prosper out of it. Okay? The ship is coming towards you. It's bringing good news. It's bringing events that are going to come up for you. This is one stepping stone that you have to go through, because most of your weeks come up smelling like roses. But then towards the end of the week, you don't think that you're good enough for it. So then you think that you shouldn't have what you want. You need to grab it and hold it for yourself, because you will get ahead. But many won't listen to that, because we are characters of our own free will. And this will give you the feeling of being alone again, and why did I even try, and why did I even go forward, and what now? What now? Instead of just sticking your neck out there and taking that chance and just following your gut and doing it anyways, instead of hearing that voice that says you're not good enough, give up, this is terrible, it's not going to work. Instead of doing that, you should just move forward. Because if you don't, you might end up as the hermit. But it looks to me, because it's in the reverse, it looks to me that you are going to gather the strength, because you're going to be given a blow, or you're not going to be able to understand something in that new position. You're given a blow, but you're going to go home and you're going to think about it. You might even end up opening up a couple of drinks yourself and finishing them off just to, you know, I don't know, liquid courage for some of you. And then you'll end up prospering from it, because you'll just, you know, go kick a tire or something, and you'll say, hey, I can do this. So therefore, it is your decision whether you end up like the hermit, wondering whether that situation you could have got ahead from, or saying, I'm going to do it anyways. And that's what you're going to be going through for the week. Now, we're going to use some clarifiers here to find out what kind of opportunity this is, or what kind of events that are going to happen this week for you. Why do you feel so happy at the beginning and it's so hard at the end? You know, why does the ship feel like it's sailed away when actually it hasn't? It's just your attitude that has to change. There we go. Okay, we have the Page of Air. Okay, so yes, you're going to have that challenging information. You're going to have the delays, or you're going to have some kind of truth that's going to come up, and it's going to be done without tact. Like, it's just going to be right in your face, as blunt can be. There's no way you're going to get out of it, and this is what's going to bring you down to your knees, and you're just going to have to pick up and keep on going. And some of you will make the decision that you're not going to go through with this, and you're either going to become the hermit, or you're going to be in the reverse of the hermit. So you're the one that has to make the choice. Learn what you can from the situation before you decide to always do what you've always done before and take the coward's way out. Try to stand up and walk like the fool. This is the time where you're supposed to be giving birth to your dreams. You can have everything you want. You just got to make sure you get over those little delays, those little humps that have been holding you back, that you can actually get over, because it's only you that's going to decide whether you're going to be in the reversed hermit or you're going to be the hermit. But just think, you know, if you go ahead with this opportunity might give you new insight. You might meet different people that you've never met before. And if you take the backside and you don't go forward, you will never know how much you could have accomplished. Like this card says, things are looking up for you. It's been the end of a difficult situation. And some of you might even be taking a trip. It could be involved with work, but some of you may be taking a trip. Some of you are just going to take a day trip and maybe go to another state, or you're going to go to another province, or you're going to go see the mountains, or you're going to go somewhere by taking a trip. And this trip, don't say no to. It's for your whole entire wholesome. You're wholesome. Your inside. You have to do this for you. And before you can get into a relationship, which this is a relationship that continues to grow, and is working together. It's the Two of Water. Water's very spiritual. And the relationship starts to grow closer, but you start getting scared and pull back. That's why we have this card here. For some of you, you're scared because the relationship is getting closer. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It could work out in your favor, and you don't even know that yet because you're willing to give up before it even starts. Let's do a couple more clarifiers. Let's see what messages are out there for you. Please give me 3 cards. 3 cards for the messengers. Messages for my pile 2. There's 1. Give me 2 more cards. 2 more cards. Oh, that's too many. Thank you, but it's too many. 2 more cards. I'm just going to pick if you don't give me 2 more cards. There we go. There's a couple. There's a couple there. That's okay. That's 3. That's okay. They like picking 3. Okay. First card. Abundance. Now, going back to, you're having a good first week. You're thinking of all the lovely things that you could buy. You're making your list. Even it could be a bills list saying, I'm going to pay the whole entire bill off here, bill off here, bill off here. You've got an abundance coming through. You're counting all the money because you were offered something or given something or an opportunity or something has happened from last week that has trailed on to this week, like a new job. Okay? Your home life, for some of you, is turning out wonderfully. The partner thing is going fine, like we had at the Two of Water card that came up. The relationship's fine, but you're still scared, right? So the home thing, it's all right to take that challenge. It's all right to dip your toe and see how it works for you. And then you're a little off balance. The reason why you're a little off balance is because you just won't jump into something. You always pull back. You get off balance. As you start going down your path, going full force, you know, you could hear the truck just going, the engine just going, it's flying down the path, and then you're like, come to a complete stop, and you start heading back. So if you're going forward and heading back, you're going forward and heading back, there's no balance. So you have to move ahead. You can no longer go back. You have to move ahead. You already know what's behind you. You don't know what's ahead. If you want everything that's behind you, by all means, go back. Go back. But don't you want to move ahead and create the balance that you're looking for? I hope you enjoyed this reading. Click on the like button. If you enjoyed this reading, subscribe to me. Thank you so much. Bye. Reading for card or section or pile number 3 with a little Hershey kiss. Yeah. Okay, this is for reading number 3. Reading number 3, how is their week going to go? Reading number 3, how is their week going to go? There's card number 1, the Magician. Ooh, you're going to be playing a lot of tricks. Okay, this is for reading number 3. What is their week going to be like? Reading number 3, what is their week going to be like? Reading number 3, what is their week going to be like? For reading number 3. Reading number 3. Reading number 3. What is your week going to be like? Reading number 3. What is your week going to be like? Reading number 3. What is your week going to be like? Reading number 3. Come on, 3 more cards. Yeah, I'll take that. One. Oh. Okay, they gave us an extra one. You got an extra one this time. Yay! I like extras. We'll just put that there. Okay, your week starts off. It's probably going to be the weekend. Your week starts off as the Magician. You're working something out, and you're wondering if this is the week that it comes through for you. You've been thinking about and trying to manifest something. From the way the picture looks here, you've got flowers around you, and you've got a gold cup, and you're working on an event. I think you're working on some kind of party for the end of the week. You're planning an event for your friends. You're holding some kind of event. I think this is a family event, and you're just hoping it all works out. You're very concerned that, everybody that you've asked to go to this event, that a lot of people aren't going to come. You're doubting yourself. You're doubting the fact that, you're a great planner and you know how to plan things very, very well. And you're hoping that everybody shows up for it. You're hoping that everybody enjoys themselves. You're hoping that your cousin that you haven't seen in such a long time, and you guys used to be so close before this thing started happening, and you just hope that she's able to come in from either her province or from her state. You hope that she's able to come and spend some time with you, because you so do miss her. You've missed her for a long time, and you haven't seen her, and you really want to get together with your cousin. And a J name comes in. I don't know if it's Jerome, but it sounds similar too. And that could be even a male cousin that you've been waiting to see, but with the J name. But it sounds like a Jerome. You really want to see this person. It's been a long time, and you're self-doubting yourself that this person won't come. But your fears are only your fears, because it looks like when you send out all the invites, it looks like the majority of people that you've asked to come are going to be there. And this is going to make you feel it's going to make you feel like you've got a lot of abundance. It's going to make you feel really good. It's going to take all your self-doubt away. Sorry, I have dogs. It's going to take all your self-doubt away, and it's going to make you feel like things really, really are starting to work, that you're still the planning queen that you always have been. Because self-doubt here, the Queen of Cups, right? You're doubting the fact that you're not the planning queen. You're not the bee, the queen bee. But you are, because the majority of people come. And if you want to know if your cousin's going to be there, that's supposed to be a surprise, and they won't let me know if he or she is going to be there. So you'll just have to find out about that one. Now, for the most part, everybody seems to be getting along at this event that you're going to be planning. There is going to be something that's going to spark up and is going to cause a problem, but it's not a big issue. As you could see, the the one that's carrying the swords is kind of got a smile on their face, so it's not going to be as big as a fight as it could be. And see, the thing is, the main point in this event is everybody wants to be there because they haven't seen each other in a long time. And sometimes when you sit on something somebody said, or you chew on something that happened the last time you were all together, sometimes those feelings start coming up again because it wasn't settled, it wasn't put to rest. And, you know, there may be a bit of that coming up, but it's going to be, oh, you know, we're just here to see one another. Why should we bring this up right now? Just leave it alone, put it away. Let's not fight. Let's just have a good time. And we're just going to be able to be a family, or be a family doesn't necessarily mean that you're related. It means you're friends and close people that you care about. We are just going to put whatever difference is aside. This seems like it's an argument between two women, and they're just friends, but somebody didn't like what somebody else said on the computer or in a text. So it is an argument, but it's not one where they just decide to, you know what, let's just separate from each other and we'll come back when our heads are clear. The next one, from what I'm getting, is that the party seems to go on even if there is some people that have left and gone away and said, you know what, I just came here for a good time, and I've had a good time. You know, it's almost like the argument between the two women. Some people start going home because they just say, you know what, it was a great party. They're not upset about the argument that happened. They're just saying, you know what, end of the night, it's time for us to go home. It is a really good party. You did have a really good event that happened. Everybody did enjoy themselves. There was lots of food there. You didn't have to worry. You're still the Queen of Cups. No one can knock you off your tower. You still are the Queen of Cups. And though the events of the night could have went a lot smoother, and they could have worked out a lot better, I do predict this is probably going to happen on Saturday, at the end of the week on the Saturday. Even though it didn't go quite as planned, everybody still does have a good time. For some of you, this might even be a work event. For others of you, this is a family event. Okay? And at the end of the day, when everything's said and done, everybody did enjoy the party, or did enjoy the event. I know that they're screaming at me too, saying social distancing, social distancing. This event isn't big enough where you can't get together. I know here, where I'm from, they say no more than groups of 20. So, and I could be wrong about that. But this is sort of that thing. It's not going to be a huge group. It's not going to be as big as you would have liked it to be. And some of you, it is a work event because I could see like there being like a bulletin board where people are looking at it. So some of you, it's a work thing, and others of you, it's a family event. Okay, let's get some clarification about this. Let's get some clarification on the event for our group number 3. Some clarification about an event. This event was planned all week long. Some of you, it's a welcome back to work event, where you're all saying hi to one another from being away for such a long time. Some of you were laid off, and you're starting off the work week back at the same job that you were laid off earlier because of everything that was going on in the world and the world events. Okay, so let's do some clarification here. And there's one lady that looks like she's an office person that wears skirts higher than what she's really supposed to wear at work. She's the one that causes quite a few of the problems that happen there. We all have one of those people. But it even could be at the event, the family event. She's one of the ones that people would call Karen. She's one of the ones that is involved with this other female having an argument at the party. And like I said, some people just say, oh, well, that's her. And they just go back to the swing of things and everything that they're doing. Some people just say, I don't want to be involved in this, and they go home. Okay, come on, a little bit more clarifiers. Couple more clarifiers. Oh, those ones just popped right out. Okay. Let's see now. Oh, you got a hidden one there too. Okay. So, now, you are at this event. It's going to be one of those things where you have to show great inner strength because you don't want this argument or this little nitpick or this little teeny spat to get any bigger than what it is. So you show compassion and strength by just letting the two work things out on their own, and they eventually just separate and they just give each other stink eye all night. But that's just the way things happen. Okay, so some of you feel like you've gotten an opportunity that has been so kick-ass. You're so thrilled and happy and eager to go to work. It could still be an event for you. The feeling of being so happy that you're back at work, like I said, it could be a welcoming party. It is this event, this event that's just popping for you. With every 3 readings I've had, it just seems like everybody's so happy and content to start going back to the way things are, to start going back to the things that they're used to going back to. However, things will be different. They still remain the same. The person that holds this party or this work event or this event feels like they're getting public recognition. They're getting recognized for the things that they did. This party or this event goes off without a hitch other than the argument. But that's just a little pity thing. And there are some of you that could be getting ahead further than what you are. And instead of getting to know people and networking at this business thing, you want to procrastinate and say, you know what, if they want to talk to me, they'll come and talk to me. No, you have to stop procrastinating. You have to find out about these people that could possibly give you opportunities that you never had before. So you actually have to go up there. I know, swallow your tongue. I know, stand tall, tongue-in-cheek, and just go over there and say, hello, I am so-and-so. And I know they're high up in the company, but you have to get a little bit of an attention at this work-related thing. So half of you are going to a family event, half of you are going to a work thing. The argument that happens at both of the places with 2 women. Now, this is the hidden one. This one is too much going on at once, needs to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. Okay, when it comes to those 2 people that are arguing, either at the work event, either at the home event, you have to approach them in a way that first of all, they will listen, and secondly, they just separate for the night. And because you have strength, whoever is holding this event, because they have strength, they are able to see how they can end up making it so it's a playful approach. So the two people that are having the spat or argument, one of them, they do it at the event where it's around food. I don't know what started off the argument, but the argument started around food. And they're dressed in really nice clothing. And, you know, for those two women, they really shouldn't be acting like little girls, but they are acting more like little girls in this situation than they are acting like grown adults. They need to grow up. Okay, we'll do some more clarifiers. So somebody there has to make the playful approach and go and talk to them. And so it just doesn't get out of hand. Just like little kids, they need to be separated, put in separate rooms. Why this has to happen with adults, I don't know. But this is just the way that these two women are like. And this is a long time coming. It's just, you know, this was stemming and brewing before there was a space and time. So now that everybody's back doing their thing, this is when all of it comes out. So the event is, for some of you, it has to do with globalize. It's something that's global, that's big. With some people, with the event, it's a big event. It's global. I know that they're saying that there more than so many people can't get together. So when it's global thinking, it could even be on internet. It could be televised. It could be through the newspaper. It could be an event like that for some of you. It could be in an abundance. It could be an abundance that's coming up for you, a new job promotion, where you have to go to a work event. And if you go and you talk to people that you wouldn't normally talk to, it could create abundance for you and ensure your future wealth. And it could expand your horizons. The whole event, both events that happen, whether it be family, whether it would be work, or it could even be a bunch of friends getting together, it's going to expand people. There's going to be people there that not everyone's going to know. And you're going to be able to talk to people, and you're going to expand your thinking, which, like global thinking right there, it's going to expand your mind. And getting the promotion or having this party might be a way of just healing everybody, getting over things. I could actually see somebody talking about events that have happened recently, and it could heal some of you. Any event that happens, whether you're getting together with friends, whether you're getting together with family, whether you're getting together in the work environment, all of those, for card number 3, for the reading, they're all going to be reflected on. Everything that's going to happen in that event with those, whether it be family, whether it be work, whether it be with your friends, everybody is going to reflect on the events that happen that night. They're going to be taking something away from it. Everybody that goes to the event, whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be a work thing, every single person is going to reflect on the evening. So for the queen bee that started the party up to begin with all 3 aspects, the queen bee that started it all to begin with, you better give yourself a pat on the back, because you're actually teaching everybody there at any event. There's that queen bee that has brought everybody together, and everybody has learned something or had an experience or reflected on something that happened at that party. Well done. That is it for card reading number 3. If you liked this reading, please hit the like button, subscribe to me, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.